It's gonna be a really long night. I feel like I need a drink.
There is a reason that I wanted all my friends around me for this. I know it will be difficult, yet necessary, therapeutic, and liberating for me, and hopefully for you too if you choose to participate. I want to leave things that caused me anxiety in the past. For example, letters from exes, written angry rants, unsent confrontational letters, old cringy journal entries, we've all had those, etc. I want to start this decade, 2020, fresh. I think it's important to start every year, every month, every week, even every day, fresh. I just happen to be a whole decade late of purging these things because I'm overly nostalgic and somehow managed to convince myself that I would be devastated if I let go of the past. But on Christmas Eve, I realized this isn't true. I thought about how grateful I am to be surrounded by such positivity. That's when a thought came into my head and I knew it needed to be done. As I mentioned, I had documented most of my life in journals, art, saved letters, whatever. But some of that stuff is not only unnecessary to hold on to, but it was really starting to weigh me down. So long story short, I decided to burn or shred because we're in my parents' house and this was the only acceptable form of paper demolishment that they were okay with. So I decided to shred a bunch of these memories that are keeping me tied down. Don't get me wrong, conflict in one's life is important for development, but the things I'm getting rid of aren't like that. So I'm very sentimental and attached to my memories and put so much energy into saving and documenting that the process of putting this box together was very difficult. See, no, another reason I'm glad you guys are here, because I can laugh about this, but putting this together was genuinely difficult, and I got emotional so many times, and I was like clearing old phones, and I got emotional so many times. And that's why I'm happy you guys are here. I couldn't ask for a better support group or better people to create new memories with. Perfect timing! Let's get shredding.
So I already started going through old stuff on Christmas Eve. Let's keep going. Here is my large box. 20 years worth of diaries. It's oh gosh. I can't even tilt it to show you the inside and it's so heavy. Fun fact, the whole box idea for me was sparked because of the Patrick Star secret box. And I used to make like little lockets with pictures of people that I had a crush on. This is like elementary school. Had a crush on because that's what Helga Pataki did. And I thought that her reactions to crushing on people was normal. Fast forward to my obsessive personality today. So I just want to show you guys my first diary real quick. If your first diary wasn't Lisa Frank, are you even a 90s baby? Oh my gosh, I'm wearing Lisa Frank. Wow, full circle. Anyway, I find it very interesting the things that I liked back then compared to what I like now. I wrote, my goal is to, well, I clearly had someone write it for me, probably my mom, be a movie maker and write books. Ooh. Some of the things I wrote when I was little were hysterical and embarrassing. In fact, I did a purge like this 16 years ago when I was about 10, because I was like,
what if one day I die in some freak incident and people find my diaries and go through them and they're so embarrassing?
So I went through, I ripped a bunch of stuff out, did everything I could to dispose of the evidence, and now I'm kind of disappointed in myself because what could I have said at age 10 that was so bad? It was probably hysterical. Okay, let's go through the diary box. Ooh. Embarrassing texts from high school. I'm scared. Okay. First of all, I was so weird. If I wanted to save a conversation, obviously now we can screenshot. But back then, on like those flip phones, whatever, we couldn't. And I was like, I apparently had enough time on my hands to write them down. Oh. It's gonna be a long night. I'm still friends with this guy. This is me. This is a conversation my sophomore year of high school, and I'm flirting with my friend, who's still my friend to this day. I said, my friends are making fun of me for having a crush on a freshman. And he said, who is this freshman? I mean, I should shred it. There's no reason to keep it, but it's entertaining. Showmance. We were in the drama club together. Alright, this is cringy. It's going in the shred pile. Oh my. Yeah, this is getting shredded. I wasn't even supposed to be talking to this person. It's gonna be a really long night. I feel like I need a drink. I'm coming back. Take a sip every time Becca tries to awkwardly flirt with someone. I don't have enough of this for that. Okay, so I'm not even gonna read this. This year was a trip. Let me just say. I'm writing about film camp. I went to film camp for a while. Yeah, I know, I'm the coolest. This is kind of cute. I don't want to get rid of it. It's me and this guy from film camp. We were like 13. This was like the second guy in my entire life that actually had feelings in return. Yo. If you know, you know. This is a haunted attraction that, like, I would go to every single year. I made a Star Wars comic book. I made the weirdest, crazy, made creative stuff back in like elementary and middle school. I only thought of that because this is a reminder to myself to finish the comic that I never finished. I have no memory. I wrote, I don't like fake emo people. The ones who wear as a style. And a style is all that it is to them. Real emo people are emotional because they're usually artists and writers and they think deeply about things. So stupid. That I'm getting rid of. Alright, these are memories from 6th grade, so there's not really anything incriminating. It's just like funny things that happened in class. Okay. The Johnny Rockets game. Did any of you have like really intense like recesses? And recess is where it all happened. It's like crazy games, roleplay games. People got married under the jungle gym. Who had one of these? Yeah, it doesn't matter anymore because it just pops open. You need a password to activate it. This doesn't have a journal in it anymore. It has a fake Declaration of Independence. And there's a story behind that, but I'm not gonna bore you guys. Photo albums. Which, by the way, look how cute this photo is. Kindergarten diploma. And then my first camera I ever got was a Polaroid. So like, every now and then I would make like, not movies with it obviously, because it was a photo camera. I would make like storyboard stories. So this was behind the scenes of one of them. Oh, that's my cousin Adrian. Hi Adrian. This was years and years, probably 20 years ago. Ew. Do not read. That means you, Claudia. That's my sister. I can't believe I'm putting this on the internet. This was written 6/23/05. I love Star Wars. It's not even that funny, it's just so embarrassing. I love Star Wars. There is this one character I can't stop thinking about. His name is Anakin Skywalker. He is so hot. I love Anakin. It's too bad he became Darth Vader though. Aw shucks, too bad. Well, I'm gonna meet him 3 times in one day, in March. I think I posted this on like my Finsta or like my actual Instagram or something. Did anyone else have these like rainbow pencils? So fun. dude I had a crush on in Bible camp. I was in 5th grade and he was in 7th grade, so he was older. Oh, y'all are gonna kill me. This video is like... I wrote in here that I hate Beyonce. Which was not true at all. Destiny's Child was phenomenal. My first crush was Lil Romeo. This is like a quick sketch of me and my dad on a flume ride, and his commentary is always hysterical, so I had to make a comic out of it. Literally everything is about Hayden Christensen, and I wrote... So stupid. I wrote, Mal found out that Hayden used to smoke. OMG. We are going to have to look up more stuff. Look how sure of myself I am. When I become a director, I'm going to find out if all of that stuff is true. What did I think? You make a movie and all of a sudden you're famous, and then all of a sudden you can talk to everybody under the sun? The Kids' Choice Awards, that's another common theme among these diaries. So important. Actually, the Kids' Choice Awards are like bomb. Well, I haven't seen them in a long time, but they were always so much fun. There was this one summer that me and my good friend Mal had our own little like club, and we would try to track down my little sister and her best friend's like diaries, and they would do the same, and it was like, it got really intense. We were so creepy. We put like tape recorders under my sister's bed and recorded her conversation. Oh my gosh, my poor sister. Claudia, crazy, lunatic / ludicrous, angry, ugly, daddy long legs, ick, aftertaste. I'm sorry, Claudia. I don't think any of those things are true. Aftertaste. Yo, aftertastes are usually pretty bad. And Sam wrote, Becca's going crazy. Yeah, I bet I was. We spied on the adults watching our movies, rated R movies. Wow. Alright, we're gonna speed this process up. Ooh. These are bad. These are worth shredding. I wrote about a dream I had about Ryan Ross. And I'm not gonna read it on camera. We're gonna dispose of this. It's not even that bad, it's just embarrassing. Alright. Bye. Just reading some cringy stuff. This is like a Panic at the Disco fan fiction I wrote. Starring myself. I think it's even worse, the fact that this stuff didn't happen, it just was coming from my head. More cringy fanfiction, but this time it was my friend texting it to me. Ew. 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 I mean, like, look, Ryan Ross is like a very attractive man, but I really need to write down every single fantasy I had about him. Oh, that is so satisfying. Just for a recap, the cringy stuff I've been reading right now is from like late elementary school through early high school. In this diary, I wrote about my very first boyfriend from freshman year of high school. There are always some good memories. Let me just say, I know in high school it seems like emo boys are all that, and an emo boy doesn't even have to look stereotypically emo, it could just be a very emotional boy. Take my advice. No. Alright, I am not gonna read all of this. Bye. Oh, this is so satisfying. Diary entries about my first ex. Oh, empty notebook. That felt great, let me tell you. Now this is the reason. So, In the middle of high school, I was a very angry person, and I had a therapist recommend I write down my feelings in a notebook. And that really, really helped, by the way. I highly recommend that. Not even just for anger, but for sadness, depression, anxiety. Like, it may not help everyone, but it definitely helped me because there was just so many thoughts, and once I put it out, it was just, my brain could rest a little bit. And usually when I revisited the notes, it was like, okay, this doesn't really matter as much to me anymore. So it is very therapeutic. However, there are just angry and mean things in here. Look, I'm so extra. But there are angry and mean things, so I'm throwing it out. Okay, I was so angry. Get out of here. That notebook was weighing down on me. Let me just say, as much as it looks like I'm like cringing at things I wrote, nearly almost everything in here are like good memories, fun memories, memories I look back at fondly, and I have no regrets about writing about every single moment. I mean, some of them are unnecessary. I'm really glad I wrote about things I forgot about a lot of them. 5404. This is from my best friend. She has been featured in plenty of these videos, and she used our full names when addressing us. Dear Rebecca and Elizabeth, it's me, Sam. I was wondering if on Friday you could come over my house to watch the Timmy Jimmy Power Hour at 8. Maybe my mom and dad will even let you guys sleep over. Aw, we would have so much fun. We did end up watching that together. But why do I have a memory of it being at my house? What was the issue with Sam's? I'm keeping that, obviously, that was so cute. So far, unless there's anything I'm forgetting, everything that I've chosen to burn, besides like a few middle school things, was all within the last decade, between 2010 and 2020. And I think this is just a really therapeutic and healthy way to end the decade, which is why I'm really excited that I'm doing this, and it's really worth it. Also, I think it's really silly to hold grudges. I always thought this marker was so cool because you could only see what it wrote under, like, with a black light, and then here's the black light, it came with it. But that blew my mind as a kid. I was like, wow, that's really top secret. See, it doesn't look like anything's written here. But see, I even underlined stuff. But you can only read it with a black light, some spicy stuff. I know it's weird to smell it, but like, this brings me back to Disney World when I was like 4 or 5. Did anyone else have this? Like, this is old. So I documented my trip, but I would draw it and my mom wrote it for me. You know what, I'm really glad that my mom had me, I don't know whose idea this was, hers or mine, but I'm just really glad. Maybe this is where the writing obsession started. The documenting obsession. Oh yeah, and then Snow White gave me a kiss, and it left lipstick on my face, and I remember feeling like I don't know. When did Crayola do a collab with Mary Kay? I know, I apologize, the timeline is all out of order. I was reading middle school stuff, and then high school stuff, and then middle school stuff, and now I'm like back to the childhood stuff. It's just how it is in this box. But I mean, the handwriting, you can tell from the handwriting what time in my life. First celebrity poster I ever hung up. Letters, IMs, remember those? And emails. 1:19 a.m. Why is the stuff that I'm throwing out always the best handwriting? What a great picture of Johnny Depp. It's about to be destroyed. Let me just say, there are some entries in here from 2010, so 10 years ago, that did not age well. See, the thing is, these are really nice memories of like dates that I went on with this person. But I'm in a serious relationship, and this person is dating someone else. There's no reason to keep this, but it is like, I don't know, it's like, it's hard for me to get rid of, because it's a nice memory, but it also makes me kind of sad to read it. Because the things I wrote in here, I'm just having a hard time getting rid of it because there's things here that are like insightful to how I felt about love and relationships and just, but I know it's the right thing to get rid of it. Here's the box of crap that I'm getting rid of. Here's the notebook from sophomore year of high school, aka the cringiest year of high school. I ripped out the fun memories, so I have just a small little pieces of paper there. I'll just staple them together. So that notebook, the stuff that I went in before I started recording, and the angry notebook were the ones I just really wanted gone. And they're all in this box now. I'll skim through my journals from like adulthood, college, and like my more recent ones. See if there's anything in there worth getting rid of. I'm gonna say probably. A digital purge is happening as well, so I'm pretty much just gonna go through and delete all the text messages from high school and early college that are still on there. Note to self later on, going through my old phone from freshman year of high school, that first ex-boyfriend, the one that I just threw away all of his stuff, there were some cute little sweet moments in there, so this is just for my future self to remember that. Alright, see you guys when the shredding, burning ends up happening.
Do you think this will work?
Just don't overdo it.
Yeah, take it slow.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna be here a while.
The Friends episode where they're on Valentine's Day, where Phoebe, Monica, and Rachel are burning the pictures of S's and everything. And Rachel puts in the alcohol from Paolo, and they're like, wait, that's 100% alcohol.
I'm gonna throw this bad boy. Time. Goodbye.
This is a comic about a teacher that I was obsessed with in 7th grade.
Okay.
Come on. See? This would have been so much
The
faster.
past will never die.
I had that notebook cover that I shredded. It was my angry notebook. This was the one. This was like the main thing that was haunting me, to be honest.
Let it go, girl. Let it go.
Okay, this feels really good.
No. Once you get into it, like it gets like really good.
I know it's not the most exciting for you guys to watch.
No.
But, I mean, it's an excuse to hang out.
No, it's kind of oddly satisfying to the shreds.
It is.
Yeah, I know. It's like nice.
Oh, great picture of Johnny Depp. It's about to be destroyed.
You should tape them all onto a suit.
Me too, I think that was
Like a bodysuit, and then walk around with all these scraps and say, I am the ghost of the past.
I just like improvise, like just like rant negative things. And it's gone.
Do you know what's like worse though? The ones that I'd be like, I imagine this happened. Like with my favorite character, I'm like, I was like, the fact that it came from my head is the grossest part.
Oh my god. So I think I just
I have an iPhone.
Oh no, sorry, it was to this. Ew!
The timing was perfect.
I read something gross. Please go. Please get out of here. I'm very proud of you.
Crappy student who didn't do anything. And we had a group.
Such an amazing human.
My first major was architecture.
It's just the
And I was
text
an
messages
architect
are too
major
like
for 5 months. And I'm
nice.
like,
They're
oh, I
like
hate
too
this
nice, and
so
I'm
much.
like,
I don't know.
No, it's just the water bottles.
They're pretty small list.
Wait, what's that?
They're pretty small list.
this is why it was written down, and then I had to suffer with it only in my head, and now I'm sharing it with all of you. All right, this is the last of it. We're gonna dump it in here. Get a nice, ooh, look how sad, can you see in there? Look at all that junk.
Look at all those chickens.
We have, I don't wanna like, it's me showing, little box of scraps that I'm just gonna like burn on my own time because they can't go in the shredder. But it's gone.
Really?
I did it.
I don't know.
Thank you all for sitting through this.
Oh no, it was a pleasure.
That is so recording. Okay.
Here are just cute things I came across. This is my series of characters, by the way, which I think I've mentioned in a video before. This is such an unflattering picture. That's me with my first digital camera. So like at that point in my life, I was using other stuff, but I think this was for a school project. I don't know the context. Okay, this is too funny to me. This was for a Spanish project. It was just a piece of a larger Spanish project. But this is Prince Zuko. I drew him. What is the context? I think he was on a date and he got turned down or something, so he set the flowers on fire, or like the date didn't go well, but man, I'm glad I kept this one. That is funny. And I'm telling you, that's not even everything from my past. But I'm not gonna make you guys sit through that.